Alright guys, late night thinking. Today I made a post calling out public adjuster. And I'm reading comments, and there's two comments that calling me out in reverse, saying, well, why do you call out people? This is middle school girl drama. You can do better. It has this vibe to it. And I want to take a moment and explain to you why we do what we do and why I think this is what's missing in the industry. Why do we call out crooks? Why do we call out a bad practice? Why it's important? My answer to it is I want to bring analogy from the sport. Like I do CrossFit, and in the CrossFit we have one of the best communities in sports where it's you against you. We don't care about competition, and I actually have the same mentality in business. For every person I call out, I have 20 that I promote. Like if you watch my channel, I can give you a list of like 50, 60 people who consider to be my competition, but I call out like 3 people, who is on the, big stage. It's Lee Haight, it's Delmedica, it's John Paramore. But for each of those people, I can give you 10 people who I promote, who also my competition. Martin Pettigrew, he does conferences, he has a book, and he's a content creator. I promote him. The list is so big. Jim Johnson, Ryan Groth, Adam Bensman. If you watch my channel, how many people I've promoted wholeheartedly. I want you to do business with them. I recommend their events. I don't cheat on my competition, nor do I care about my competition. But when I see someone who is lying, cheating, I'm not okay with it. So in the CrossFit Games, we have Matt Fraser. He won CrossFit Games 5 times. And very typical CrossFit culture is when you finish workout first, even at competition, you're going to go and you're going to cheer for the 2nd, 3rd, 4th place. And Matt Fraser is one of the most known and the best people in the sport, right? But I remember they caught a guy who was doing, who was cheating. He was doing drugs. He was doing steroids. I don't know what was... they caught him, but in 2018 we have a guy who got 2nd place. And I remember seeing documentary made by CrossFit, and Matt Fraser says, you can do steroids on your own to do muscles, whatever, but the moment you sign up for the competition, now you're a piece of shit if you're doing it. And the same in this business. I don't care what you're doing in business, but when you're going to go and start teaching others, when you're going to spread that cancer, like for example, if you're stacking and starving your salespeople, if you are losing money every year, don't call yourself a successful. If you're shady, and definition of shady, keep it to yourself. But the moment you're going to go in public and you're going to expose yourself, the moment we start seeing your ads, and the moment you're going to start screwing people, someone have to say something. What I don't understand is why we're okay with it. Why some people say that it's okay to be quiet and it's bad to call someone out. Listen, it's not about destroying someone else's building to make your building look taller. It's not putting other people down to make yourself higher or taller. And it's also not, I'm better than you. It's very simple. It's maintaining the high standard. You owe it to your people. If my standard, if I'm a good business owner and I know what it should be, it's also my responsibility to educate my customer and people around me what bad players are doing and why they're doing it. And you cannot just generalize it. If you know someone is doing it specifically, you have to call it out, because those people don't know. And the danger of being quiet is it's never gonna go away. If we all shut up and see, like, if we all know that, oh, everyone is doing it, Well, do you want good, clean sport? Like in competition, I want my competition to be strong, but I also want it to be fair. We all hate and should hate unfair advantages. Like that's why paying deductibles is important, because if someone is not doing it, but if we just assume and if we accept the fact that everyone is doing it, no one is paying deductibles or charging deductibles, now it's unfair advantage. Just like in sport, someone is doing drugs, someone is not doing, someone is doing steroids, someone is not. But how can you compete with someone? Like if me and you competing, I want you to be fair. And if you're not fair, you deserve to be called out, because now you're a piece of shit. So today's story, Anthony Scherer, right? There's a lot of good public adjusters, but that guy gives all public adjusters bad name because of what he teaching people. He comes to roofing groups and tells people that, hey, you can take 50% from the claim and that's enough to do the job, because he wants to get paid 35% of the claim. It's insurance fraud, it's wrong. And public adjusters, not even roofers, public adjusters should deal with him. But when I call him out, people are like, oh, you deserve to get sued, it's defamation, it's bad, you just like drama. I hate drama. I hate this kind of stuff. And if I just don't agree with you, I'm not going to pick up a fight with you, because this is not my agenda. This is not what I like to do. But what I don't understand is this. If you have high standard, if you know someone is cheating and doing something wrong, how can you pass by? If you see one person take advantage of another person, obviously taking advantage, like stealing money, how can you pass by? I know I can't. When I'm getting 10, 20 messages per year on a player in the industry, I know it's a pattern now. When people come to me and say, Dmitry, this guy stole $50,000 from me, $20,000, you see the lawsuits, you see all of it. And what? What am I supposed to do? Ignore it? Well, maybe it's your character to ignore. Maybe it's something in you that think it's a drama. I don't think it's a drama. I think it's the right thing to do. And I'm telling you this, if we all do this, we're going to have way better industries, way better business place, because it's awesome to have a strong competition. If I beat you in the competition, so let's say, I'm in a conference space, right? So let's say there's two other conferences. You know how awesome it is? Like RoofCon is a great conference, Hunter Ballou. I compete with it now. Have no problem with it. And the reason I'm doing it, the reason I like it, because now when you have a clean competition, I don't need to destroy Hunter. I'm going to destroy him by building better brand, but consumer wins. When you have a clean competition, consumer wins. Now someone can come to Roofing Process Conference, someone come to RoofCon, and the choice is awesome. And I'm proud of what I built, and I'm proud of what Hunter Ballou built. Now, I don't necessarily agree with everything Hunter Ballou is doing, but I'm not going to tear him down to make me look bigger. But I also see two other conferences where people get screwed, when people are lied to, and I know those are not good events, because when I see how vendors are losing money and being lied to, now in that space, I have to call out a bet player, because I don't want to compete with that. I don't want anyone to be taken advantage of. And when I talk negatively about, another conference, it's not because I want to look better or I'm better, but because I want what's the best for the consumer. And I also don't want to compete with the cheater. So it's all about raising the standard and standing your ground and not passing by, not closing your eyes when you're seeing that someone is taking advantage of someone. So say something, see something, say something, do something about it. This culture of ignoring for the sake of ignoring conflict has to go away. That's what narcissists want you to be. Like, narcissist is someone who's taking advantage of others. He doesn't want to be exposed. He doesn't want other people to find out. Shady business owner doesn't want a conflict. They're going to try to shame you. But that's the only way they're going to go away, if we expose them. Comment below what you think.